I need some rain. I need some rain. Yeah. I need some rain. Yeah. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Listen to me. Listen. You're going to have to contend. Sometimes you're going to have to wrestle. Sometimes you're going to have to tussle. Sometimes you're going to have to grapple. And sometimes you even going to have to just go to Knuckle City and scrap to defend. Come on, help me in here. Now watch this. Not physically. See, y'all messed up. See, some of y'all done went back to the streets. Let your neighbor say, stay in the church, stay in the church, stay in the church. Because you ain't got to beat nobody over the head with a Bible. And if I have to beat you over the head to tell you to give, then you really don't want to give no way. It's in your Bible. The Bible says that God loves a cheerful giver. So if you ain't cheerful, don't give it. Because God won't accept it. I know I'm preaching. But watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Two things. I'm out of here. Charlie didn't set the time. Two things. Y'all said it. Amen. Charlie. Watch this. Thank you. Charlie said it's raining. Watch this. Now two things I want to highlight for you. And we're gonna hit it and we're gonna get out of here. Two things. Number one, the athlete has determination of an athlete. Watch it. You have to have determination of an athlete. Number one, this athlete has to resist the urge to pull over. Has to resist the urge to pull over. Look at your neighbor and say, resist the urge to pull over. Okay, that means that I have to stay on the street. There's going to be some urges. I'm going to be prompted. I'm going to want to feel like it. As a matter of fact, I feel like it now, looking at some of how y'all looking at me. I might want you to go on to Calvary and leave this thing alone because some resist. I just put that in there for free. Resist the urge, the tendency to pull over. Watch this. There was a sister that came to the pastor one Sunday morning. She had made an appointment, so she came to the pastor one Sunday morning. And she said, Pastor, listen, I really need to talk to you. She said, Pastor said, come on in, have a seat. Pastor had a seat, she had a seat. She said, what's going on? She said, well, Pastor, and she started crying. She started crying profusely. Tears flowing from her face. She said, Pastor, listen, I just don't understand my life right now. I'm going through it in my marriage. I'm going through it in my finances. I'm going through it in my faith. My kids are acting funny. I'm going through it with my kids. I'm in school and I'm going through it with financial aid. Pastor, I'm just tired of going through. Pastor leaned back, crossed his legs, and started laughing. The parishioner looked at him and said, Pastor, listen, I've been a member of this church for the last 15 years, and every time I've ever come to you with something, you've always handled me, watch this, with compassion. You never laughed at me, And the more the sister started talking, Pastor just started praying, and he started shouting in the office. And so the sister got mad. As a matter of fact, she got hotter than fish grease, looking at the pastor, because not only did he start laughing, but he moved from laughing to praising God. And when he got down off his spiritual high, the young lady looked at him and said, Pastor, how in the world can you laugh and start worshiping God? And the pastor looked at him and said, the reason why I can shout, the reason why I can laugh, and the reason why I can worship God is because you told me that you were going through it. And I wish I had 5 or 6 folk in the building who can testify. All you have to do is go through it. That all right, Sister Scott? Go through it. Pastor said, listen, I would understand it, darling, if you told me that you were stuck. But you said you were going through it. Now, I'm looking for about 20 folk in here who ain't too saved, too sanctified to look at your neighbor and give them a high five and say, I'm going through it and you're going through it. But as long as we keep going through, we gonna make it out of it. Because weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I'm going through. I'm going through. And it's okay. And it's okay. It's okay to go through. The athlete, brothers and sisters, watch this, must be determined to succeed, to finish, even when he does not see the finish line. And so as a result, he practices his craft, shows up for practice, devotes hours into preparations for the big day. He makes sure that his body is in, watch this, tip-top shape for game day. He is determined to make sure that the quality that's coupled with the quantity of his practice time will result in a win on game day. Look at your neighbor and say, let that sink in. I couple quality with quantity to get the very best out of the practice session, because practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Did y'all just hear what I said saying? Perfect practice makes perfect. So if you want to be right on game day, you practice like it's already game day. I show up not on time, ahead of time. Because if I perfect practice, I'll be perfect for game day. Watch this. Watch this. That's how it is in the life of a true believer. They're determined to put in the time needed to ensure God's pleasure. They study their Bibles, frequent Bible study, undergird the ministry, stands with the pastor. I'll wait. Exercises their God-given gifts in the church, puts God first in words and deeds, gives God the best of their time, talent, and their money. Are you in here? Hide God's word in their heart, ask God to put them in a position to be used by Him, and praise continually that God gets the glory out of their life. This Christian is serious. Talking about Christian character. He's serious about preparation. But they also understand the setbacks that come along with pulling over. Heard this story before. Granddaughter riding with her granddad on way home from church. Granddaddy was pastor, so she drove him home from church. He had just finished his third night of revival. Granddaughter on the road, she driving, snowstorm. Looking through the windshields. And Granddaddy, listen, it's looking mighty dark out here. Granddaddy said, keep on driving. Drove a couple of more miles. The snow got a little heavy on the windshield. Windshield wipers had a hard time. Struggling and toiling with the snow. Granddaughter looked at Granddaddy and said, Daddy, listen, it looks bad, it looks rough, it looks tough. Granddaddy is asleep. Say, keep on driving. Don't wake me up no more. Just keep on driving. And Granddaddy, I don't understand. I don't say, keep on driving, leave him alone. Keep on driving. 3 miles later, she started passing up cars that had already pulled over. By this time, she's driving 2 miles per hour. I said, Granddaddy, see, I told you not to wake me up. Keep on driving. Are you in here? Kept on driving, made it out of the snowstorm. When they made it out of the snowstorm, Granddaddy woke up and said, pull over. Y'all ain't in here. Say, Granddaddy, we done made it out of the snowstorm. Say, no, pull over. You've been waking me up the whole trip. Pull over. Pulled over to the side, put the car in park, got out the car, went to the back of the car, and sit on the trunk of the car. Granddaughter looked at Granddad and said, Granddaddy, listen, you know it's still snowing. Say, yeah, but I want to make a point to you. Say, listen. Say, turn around and look back at all them cars that pulled over. If you notice, they're still in the storm. But I told you to keep driving. And as long as you keep driving, you'll make it out of the storm. Look at your neighbor and say, this financial situation will pass away. Just keep on driving. Keep on moving. Keep on picking them up and putting them down. Look at your neighbor and say, baby, this shout is for me. Because when I want to give up, I hear a still small voice say, run on. Keep on driving. Keep on driving. Keep on driving. Keep on. Try. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Don't you look at your neighbor and say, don't you pull over. All right, I'm almost out of here. I'm almost out of here. That's enough, because some of y'all ain't saying nothing yet. Watch this. Number one, you have to resist the urge to pull over. But number two, and we're done, a true believer has to be bound by the book. It's in the text. Do I need to read it for you? Okay. Look at your neighbor and say, not a problem. Because I don't want you to think I'm making it up.